Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Icenia campaign. Last time we started a pretty overwhelming invasion, I guess a multi-part invasion of Hibernia to clear out the remaining little tribes, sharing Albion with us. We can't have that. Albion's only for me. And we, after a kind of messy but ultimately successful war against the upper two tribes, we're getting ready to attack the lower two, having not learned anything and having not brought reinforcements with us, so we're going to repeat our mistakes again. And while we're doing that, we have our fourth levy of Britannia ready to begin building roads. In my core, the least important place to build roads, or so I thought. I've looked on the wiki in between episodes, even though I'm recording this right after, so my computer still isn't fixed. Sorry about that. And I have learned what roads do, which the game incredibly does not really communicate to you at all. It may once we have the roads built and you can look at the tooltip. It does a bunch of very small economic bonuses to each of the pairs of connected individual settlements, is the way you think about this. The territories is what the wiki calls them. So a road between Londinium and Sinomegas, whether or not Sinomegas connects to other territories, this connection gives both of these locations very small incremental economic bonuses of all sorts. Things like assimilation speed, promotion speed for pops. I think there was something about a trade resource like impact plus something percent. I don't know. It's basically a very small economic bonus, which is nice that it's not just military. Of course, there's the visual effect of the road, which I care about a lot. And what roads do is they reduce the movement cost to move by 50%. It does not appear that roads like disable the movement penalty of a bad location to move to, like a marsh or a forest or mountains. That's still going to be there. It will be faster to move through it, but I'd still rather build the roads in like good terrain for movement purposes. So, for example, it will probably make the most sense to go to Sinomegas and then to Aspalatorum and then to Wenticanorum, because there's no other way to get to Wenticanorum except for around like here. If it looks a little weird in terms of the visual, that's okay. We'll just we'll live with it. You know, we're not in a perfect world, even though I'm a perfectionist. Oh, I forgot about you. All right, go ahead and turn this levy off now. Caledonian levy. Whoops. Back you go. Anyways, we'll go for it. So let's go ahead and magic moment, 10th of January, 558. 118 years after the beginning of the campaign, a road from our long-standing but not first capital, Londinium, to our ancient historic capital, Wenta Icanorum, will begin. Build the road. What does this say? Location. Okay, so I'll do it like this then. So assuming I don't make any weird paths, because again, like I said last episode at the very end, the AI, when I click movement, will calculate the fastest route, so I should almost always trust what the AI says here. Look, the little animation! He's building with a spade! Ah, I love it! Look, my little Britannic guy, he's building the road! Oh, that's really cute. Okay, so it's going to take a really long time, because you basically go at 70% slower to build the road, but that's fine. So this levy is completely bottled up in this for now. We'll let him do that. Meanwhile, so we just need to not disband the whole levy for some reason. Meanwhile, we'll check back on that later. I'm not going to watch him because I've got stuff to do over here. That mainly getting ready for this war here. So I got the claim here. It did finish. We do have loyalty problems again because of that war exhaustion. Yeah, the population happiness is pretty bad. So we're going to try to do this war while we're already war exhausted and just not get more war exhausted, which is, I know not how that mechanic works. I could just will myself to not become exhausted by a war. We're just going to hope that things work out fine in this regard. Right, the Manawia classes will be in charge over here because it is their sphere of influence, as it were, if navies can have spheres of influence. We're going to have you come over and take on Uzdia Orientalis. Because I have two other forts. I have this one, I have the Avernia Borealis. I think I'd rather do this one first. Unlikely not having this fort under siege will matter immediately, so we'll do it like this. Oh, look at, he's going. 23rd of February, we'll check back over around that time. Once we get into position, we will declare the war, which will be momentarily. These guys also do have a port. And these guys do have 3 ships. I'm still going to keep my navy on low pay, because I don't anticipate there's going to be any kind of naval battles going on over here. But I could be wrong. Also, our tyranny is real high right now. That's not great. Okay, this is fine, though. We are going to have potentially some loyalty issues, but these guys are both still loyal, so... I don't like that this governor is disloyal, though. Not ideal. Britannia pays 50 and constructs a road between Cinemegas and Lindinium. There it is! Our first road that we've built. Actually, our first road in general. These guys are continuing. I like the little pop-up it gives. Yeah, so this is some, like, Civ 5 type road graphics. As expected, it placed the road in a very weird way. We're not going to have good-looking roads anywhere that we build them. Like, I'm going to try and avoid, like, super janky, like you know, traffic jam-looking roads, but it is what it is. Like, if you were to try and, like, just, like, be fine, like look at this. Like, this is the Italian, like, heartland, and these roads, they just look super strange. They look, like, sort of accurate for, like, what you'd think about with a, like a, what's it called? Like a Google map or like a GPS, like what roads kind of look like super zoomed out. But the way that they're displayed as graphics that are meant to be kind of like to scale almost, I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's kind of a weird looking effect. Not the best looking roads I've ever seen. But, you know, it is what it is. They're very useful, and it does feel nice. It feels like we're finally reaching a point of civilization, you know, to have roads like this at long last. Making sure, okay, we're good. Anyways, we're almost in position. And these guys are now ready to go into Livornia. Now, fingers crossed I'm allowed to move in from the uncolonized land. I think I am. If I'm not, I can just get on this navy from here, and then we'll land from the navy. So either way, we are fine. We'll take Hibernia Orientalis. They'll bring in Iwernia. Let's go for it. Declared war. The Gaelic local power of Uzdia and Iwernia have rallied together. Phenomenal. All right, in you go. I could land in Brigantia Australis just to grab this one here. This is interesting, actually. This one's the capital. This one's not. Interesting. All right, we'll land in the capital, actually, because I wouldn't be able to get this in otherwise. Have you go there. And then you head in there. Yeah. Okay, so we're looking fine. This all looks fine. All right, let's see what happens here. With about 20k men over here, I think we should probably be fine, he says nervously. Are we going to attack over the water? I guess technically. They should be fine, though. Hopefully they don't just run away and escape. That would not be great. All right. Ooh, I'll let them finish that mine, though. They got base metals down there. All right. Rome wants wood. Not with you. We'll trade wood to someone else. Oh. Bunch of events popped. All right. Good trade here. Love to see that. Fortress under siege in Iwernia. Good. Twisting the knife. Licinius, for reasons known only to himself, has begun to view Diviacus Urcus with jealousy and distrust. Even having them in the same room as one another is bound to result in hostility. Troubling. That is unfortunate. This character, by the way, is, who are you? You're the head of the Urkii family, that's right. It is what it is. Okay, this looks fine. Since I have this fort here, it probably is kind of low. Yeah, that's fine. It's still going to slow these guys down, unless they go around, which they might very well do. That would be what I would do. Okay, we're also going to be able to build a city pretty soon. I'm holding off on money because, I guess I don't really know why I'm holding off on money. I could spend money on stuff, but during the war, I'm going to focus on this, just in case. Getting a lot of breaches, though. I like that. It's a good little pop-up for me. Mari, again? What? Didn't we just have this last episode? How many civil wars is Maria in? Interesting. Any other civil wars that you're in? I guess. Wait, you have truces with your revolts? What? Wait, that's me. Wait. Hold on. Wait, that's also me. Wait. Okay, this is just weird and glitchy. I don't know what's going on with Mario. Who can say? Mysterious. Alright. Alright, finally someone else wants my wood. Gonna work on my phrasing with that one next time, but that's fine. Wow. So, I don't know what's going on in the Aurorni Highlands, but it's like a winter wonderland in the middle of not a winter wonderland. It's a bit of a graphical error there. Alright, Carthage wants my wood now. Heck yeah, Carthage. You can always have my wood. Alright, so... Did their broken alliance thing? No, it didn't. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's still there. It's one per year, I think, which is very annoying. That's fine. I think we're still boosting relations with them. No, we stopped. We capped out, and now we're kind of declining, but that's fine. There's no rush. We'll just hold off. Yeah, should be totally fine. Ooh, look at this. Okay, so this, the Cinemagus Road, aside from this situation, looks a little cleaner, yeah. Good stuff. Once we build to, yeah, okay, so now we're doing that bend that I talked about. It looks as though this follows the pathway of the, like, the movement order pretty closely, which is interesting. I guess it kind of makes sense. Okay, so far this war's going a lot better. I think them not having mercenaries down here, because the mercs that live here were hired for the previous war. That's really useful for us. Makes this a lot more straightforward. Water shortage. We got some good events here. I've not really focused at all on like the siege technology, which I could have been doing. Okay, I spoke too soon. Here come these mercenaries. Any one of my armies should be able. Well, let's see, 9 versus. I think I'm also 9. Yeah, I think it's probably okay. Because these two sieges are. Well, I say that, and they're only 0%. Water shortage, though. That's pretty good. How's this going? Okay, these guys finished their movement. I think we've now technically finished the road from here to here. The road network and territory. And that is territory-based. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have to also remember to turn off the build road, because then that reduces their cost by like 100 billion%. Alright, so we got our first road. Let's see how fast we are now. Only a couple days to go from here to here. That's good to see. Nice. So we'll now test out our new road, walking from Winta Icenorum to Lindinium, and then from Lindinium we'll start building our next road. So, very good stuff. War exhaustion is not reducing anymore. What's the issue? Levy Britannia. Well, okay. Fair enough, I suppose. We'll return to that in a moment. After we clear out Hibernia, I will take another long break from war to do some infrastructure stuff, including road building. Look at them go. They're so fast. Look at them. I love it. All right. These guys are almost there. And then we'll plan our next road. We can also, by the way, the road tech does also automatically build bridges. So if I were to go from Lindinium to Dorwernum, it's like that. Or, oh yeah, this isn't, yeah, I forgot. This is actually an ocean, or a river. So we can't build bridges over the major rivers, but like the small rivers we are allowed to. So we will have to do this kind of awkward thing through Pontes to get over here. Still though, I'd rather have it like, essentially, I'd rather have Dorwernum connect by road to Lindinium. Pontes may end up being kind of like a road network center because it will also connect up to Beneventa and Canetio. But I do want to get a road from Lindinium to Dorwernum constructed here. Essentially, I want my road networks to be based around my major port cities for the most part, because that's where my armies will like leave and enter from, so it just makes sense to me. So we're going to build a road here to Dorwernum. So we'll just follow the AI suggestion, and this looks about right to me, so we'll get to work on that. Sadly, we can't road over the Thames, or the Thamesis, but this is like a major river, so I suppose that's fair enough. Yeah, and we can't like cross over, weirdly. Anyways. Okay, go ahead and continue along here. Yeah, these guys are not a threat. Even with this force, I'm not scared because they may attack, but they're not going to have enough high morale troops to really endanger any of these forces. Really, if this force here finished its siege right now, or once the timer's up, that would be the most ideal way for this to go. Let's see, 35%. And the good thing is I can always have them withdraw into my boats really quickly if I really need to, but I won't. Okay, maybe I will. Ruler is born. My son has been born to Icenius. We're told the baby is named Epaticus Duicus. That's a nice name. Cool. Having children is nice. That's my take about that one. Anyways, yeah, my manpower did get kind of screwed up by that war. Yeah, we'll take a long break after this, and, oh, we won in Awernia. Heck yeah. What kind of population are we looking at here? We kill 4 nobles, which there's probably, yeah, there's 1 noble. I think this doesn't fully delete it. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Good stuff. I'm actually going to pick you up with the boats. No, I'm not, because I have this. Yeah, boats are going to stay there. Actually, well, hold on. Let the day go by. Is this going to come under my control now? I'm just going to check something really quick. Oh, I need the fort. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, we do need to get that fort. Actually, I'm going to move you over here to pick these guys up to bring them over here if there's some sort of emergency fight that happens over in this direction. Which there might be. They're moving around in that kind of weird, glitchy way. We'll see what happens. This is good, though, because this mine's going to finish. If I occupied this location, the mine would get canceled, which is not what I want. Caught red-handed. Hauled in front of the court, Dumnorix Duicus is a sorry sight. My researcher. Caught with mace in hand, he is said to have been ready to strike down Lower Niska. This is my Lower Niska? No, this is a different Lower Niska. Okay. Still, murder is still bad, even if it's not of my wife, but that's not great. Luckily, passersby were quick enough to act and prevent this terrible deed, and we now have the unenviable task of passing judgment on the wicked Dumnorix. I mean, this guy's I think he's probably my zeal researcher, right? He has a high zeal score. Let's see. He's a Duicus. How are the Duici doing? In terms of Duici, yeah, we could lose 1 person. Is Lower Niska's not like a government character. I guess I could probably let him. Well, I guess I could go for a better researcher, could I? If I were interested in that. There are some, okay, yeah, there are some better researchers available. All right, in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and imprison him. All right. He's actually a rival of the Manawi Admiral, so if that were to be an issue, that is something at least. All right, so let's go ahead and put a new character in here. Yeah, we want to get ourselves an intelligent character. Let's get this guy. All right, good stuff. Got that under siege. Where did they go? Excuse me? Wait a minute. Where did their army go? Oh, they on the boats? There's no way they can all fit on... Oh, there they are. Oh, I don't have... Okay, I actually don't have a line of sight right there. Very strange. Okay. This should be fine. If I win that 40%, maybe? No? Okay. This should be fine. Although I can't help each other. I can't, like, cross over, so I should have thought about that, though. I think it should be fine, though. I'm just gonna hope it's gonna be fine. As soon as one of these wins, then we'll definitely completely be fine. Yeah, that's the idea. Icenius falls ill. Perhaps if he's wealthy enough, he'll seek treatment. What does he have? Inflammation. That's not good. He is only 42, so... Ooh, this would not be an ideal moment to lose Icenius. Not that any moment would be ideal. I'm going to seek treatment. Oh yeah, he'll spend some of his own money on this one. That's totally fine. Alright. Fingers crossed on this one. Now, if we were to lose Icenius, I think my oldest daughter, she is now 20. So she's definitely, like, ready to be in charge. Yeah, her stats are phenomenal. Well, they're better than average, I should say. She just doesn't have any weaknesses. Okay. She is frail, though. That's fine, though. It's not the end of the world if Wisenius dies. Oh, yikes. This is a very untimely bad omen, this to pop up. We've seen this event before. Because of Wisenius' good character, I gain tyranny and lose money. But Brigantia gets slave justice. I don't care about that. Gain popularity, lose tons of money. Lose a bit of money. I think I probably want to go for this one. Right, 42%, come on. Oof. Have I mentioned that I don't particularly like the way sieges work in this game? Have I mentioned? It's just, what does this represent? What does it mean to have a 42% chance to win the siege and to not? Sieges involve the starving out of people who have a limited amount of food. You know how food works? Your food doesn't have a percentage chance to exist or not. It is a sure thing if there's food or not. It's not a dice roll whether your food exists or does not exist. It is a sure thing. Sieges, I think, should be just a timer. That's just how it should work. It should be a sure timer, because that is now, like, this one might even finish first now because of this. Like, it'd be one thing for this to be an annoying mechanic, but like an understandable like hindrance. Also, I think these guys, but they're still going. Yeah, so Pontes has this kind of wild thing, but you can see here, this is the bridges that I was mentioning. It's not over the major rivers, it's over the smaller rivers. Anyways, yeah, so whatever the case. All right, come on, 42%, come on, come on. There we go, 7, we're gonna lose 4, that's fine, all right. Now, we can go ahead and double up here, and now we're completely fine. These guys cannot dislodge us at all. I don't even know if there are more mercs around that they could hire. At this point, we've essentially won the war, and it's now a matter of just waiting for the remaining 2 sieges to conclude, and then we'll be set. Phenomenal. And once the siege is done, we'll run over and kill these guys really quick. We're going to use a lot of our food hanging out here, but we have a lot of food stored up in the units from our supply trains, so it should be okay. How's it going down here? Going good. Yeah. I will put... Oh, I forgot to build a city. Whoops. I'm actually going to hold off for a moment, just in case Wisenius dies. I may want to have some political influence. Well, I say that, but then I could also be building cities, which I want to also do. Okay, let's build cities. Should I build one here in Condate? I don't know if Condate needs to be a city, right? Like, I have the fort, I have the capital there. We can also... Oh yeah, we're going to keep this fort, that's right. Could also build one over in Cerro Riacas. There's a very, very big population here. It's also a colony. Okay, I think a colony should probably... Yeah, it's almost at the cap, too. I think a settlement that I've already turned into a colony should get the city treatment ahead of schedule. So let's found a city in Cerro Riacas, an important strategic location at the edge of the Liger over here. Found a city. Let's go for it. There we go. All right. So, yeah. Now we'll actually speed this up at this point. And actually, you may as well stay there. There's no penalty to being out here. Oh, there we go. Nice. Actually, we don't need to kill these guys. If we just hang out here, I don't need to fight them. I'll just take losses, and there's sort of no reason to not... Actually, no, they're on... Okay, never mind. They are standing on a... I just remember they're standing on a provincial capital. Okay, we'll go for them. Yeah, we're going to win this one. Before the morale recovers too much more anyways, so... Oh, they actually split apart? That's not great for them. Now we're going to have to cross over the river and then attack into the forest. I guess they're defending still, if the fight's still happening at least. And my computer is slow again. I need more coffee. This game is using up all my energy reserves, but that's totally fine. Wow, this is a really long monthly save. Come on, game. I believe in you. There we go. And is my recording still going? It is. Good stuff. Ooh, we stack wiped the mercs. Wow, that's really brutal. I don't think I've ever seen us stack wipe a fully, like, peopled mercenary force. We may have before, but I don't recall this happening. Wow, I wasn't actually expecting to stack wipe the mercenaries. Did my game lagging like cause this to happen somehow? And now they're going to be coming into here. Oh, yikes. This is real bad. We should have lost War Exhaustion for that one. Absolutely brutal. All right, the road between Durawernum and Londinium is finished. Phenomenal. And the thing I'm going to do as well is I'm going to try to build the roads from Londinium in the area as much as makes sense. So I don't need a road from Durawernum to my fort over here in Noe Omegas Duriatrigum, which I built a long time ago just to fortify the coast, which I think is a smart call if we look at our fort zones of control. We do have a hole here or there, but this just protects our coastline. I'm going to build a road from Pontes. I guess I should really say from Pontes to other places, because unless you're going north. So, sorry, I'm jumping around all over the place. All right, turn this off. Head to Pontes, and then we'll build from Pontes to Noe Omegas Duriatrigium. All right. This is going to be brutal. Yeah, these guys have committed already. Holy moly. Was that... Wait, hold on. This wasn't actually a real stack wipe. That was just a fake stack wipe. They still got a whole bunch of their guys. Okay, I think there may have been some kind of some kind of UI glitch there, because they definitely didn't actually lose 8,000. Very strange. We got Pretender support? Really? Who are you supporting? It doesn't matter, because we've got... Karsana is basically set to go. Daunus is also of age. Awetus is... Not quite there, still a couple years away from being of age. That's fine. All right, pretty good results there. Love to see it. Can we just hang out here and just get this there? Phenomenal. Good stuff. All right, that's the end of that. Their ships are going to come out now. We'll just stay here. Once this, because we can't disband these levies separately. Once this is done, we'll not disband all the levies. We'll disband these forces individually, so this levy can continue its work. Which, by the way, we can now build a road. Because from Londinium, because I'd want to do it from Londinium to every other place, but Pontes is like the place we would go from Londinium, so we're just saving a bit of time and money. Build the road from here to... actually, hold on. Okay, we'll do it like this. We'll go to Connetio first, and then double back, and then build from Kayewa. Actually, yeah, I guess since... Yeah, okay. No, hold on. This is faster? We'll actually just build it from... We'll not double up unnecessarily. We'll build it in Kayewa. So this is like an example where seeing that it would build like this, I'm just going to build through Kayewa instead, because this is going to be the fastest way. It's like the road from Londinium to Connetio splits into this fort down here. This is like a level... Like I just said a moment ago, I'm trying not to do like crazy, like deep meta RP with the road building, but I'm trying to have it look a little nice, right? I don't want to have like double sets of roads unnecessarily. Because you want your roads to facilitate good army movement, but also like look nice to look at, or be nice to look at. Because, you know, they're a big accomplishment being at that point in the game where you can have roads. Okay, now we're just going to wait for the siege. That's fine. You can just hang out here, eat all the food. Totally fine. You can probably head back to Manawi at this point, honestly. Try not to get obliterated by this fully morale navy, by the way. My low morale navy. Risky maneuvers. Should be fine, though. Oh, am I being blockaded? Okay. The people of Kanoium are going to have to just survive this massive blockade that they are grappling with. There we go. That's that. And we should get that in the peace deal either way, so let's go ahead and sue for peace. Okay. I'm going to be getting all of this. There we go. 9 aggressive expansion just in time to be at 0. Phenomenal. Alright, and I think that's everything. Alright. The Gaelic local power of Uzdia accepts our generous peace offer. Wernian Hibernia Meridionalis to Britannia, Uzdian Hibernia Meridionalis to Britannia, and Uzdian Hibernia Orientalis to Britannia. That's enough of the Hibernians to Britannia, because now Hibernia is fully ours. And we're going to go ahead and not ever click this button. Banish those a class. The aggressive expansion loss almost doesn't matter at all. It actually might even be bad to lose aggressive expansion when we have so much. Now we're going to go ahead and... Oh, I guess we can't disband them separately. That's right. Okay. In that case, what we're going to do is have these guys just chill out around here in the area. That's fine. We'll have you come up to Monopia Australis. It doesn't matter where they are exactly. Maybe... Okay, actually, while we're thinking about it, so you're already on that. You are going to switch over to Local autonomy, that should be fine. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the micro I needed to do around here. So down here, I think I said before that Wella Borea was going to be in my new location. Yeah, so Wella Borea, fortunately, we are going to control. Switch it over here. What did I say over here? Gangia Borealis? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just quadruple checking in my brain. Yeah, okay. I think we said Wella Borea, because this is plains. Look at capital. That is provincial capital. Dear Lord, let's not ever make that mistake. Wella Borea, and then over here, Monopia Australis. And this lines up. Okay, perfect. Perfect stuff. And, get out of here. No wheat for you. We're going to build a fort. And over here, no sheep for you. We're going to build a fort. Okay, now let's go through and clean up all of this terrain. We're not going to keep any forts down here on this coastline. I'm never anticipating being navally invaded down here ever. We maybe will revisit if we need it. Also, this is precious metal. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we got 2 new precious metals here. Heck yeah, love that. All right, so we're going to defortify and build a mine here. Same over here. Holy moly, that's real good. All right, what do we have here? Fort, nope. Mine for precious metals. Oh yeah, or base metals. I mean, base metals down here too. Base metals are still pretty valuable. Just tribal settlement, no. Fort here, get out of here. In fact, this might become my dock for Vela Borea. I think it probably makes sense to have the dock be here. Yeah, I want the dock to be facing in this direction as opposed to out that direction. I'd never need to have a naval presence over here, essentially ever. So it should be fine. So we'll build the dock here. This might have been an okay capital location because it would line up over here, but it'd be too far this direction, and I'd rather just have the more central location. Plus, it makes colonizing easier. So yeah, I'm fine with the decision that I've made. Slave estate there is fine. We already did you. What do we have here? We have a port here. No, get out of here. Get out. Fish here. Fish here. Furs with the slave estate, that's fine. Up here, that's all fine. Slave estate. I think, should this be, or should this be? Let me think about this for a minute. I think, I'm just doing some very unnecessary micro, like, deep thinking right here. So if we go from here to the plains to here, and plains, plains, plains. Hold on. I'm gonna actually build the dock over here for extremely specific reasons that don't matter at all, just for road nice lookingness. Going like this, which means either way though it's gonna look, I guess we don't need to build a dock over here because I want to have a dock for the southern location, like the southern end and the northern end. I don't need a dock in the middle necessarily. I can just land. Yeah, that's actually, that kind of makes sense because we'll build like from here to here to here. Oh wait, it's, now that I think about it though, it is by, okay, never mind. I'm just, ignore what I'm saying. Because I'm remembering now that the road like graphic is based on what 2 locations you went between, not whether they border. So it's actually fine to have roads that are next to each other terrain-wise. Okay, we are going to build our, which of these? We'll probably do it here because this can have a slave estate later, or a farming settlement later, which I think is better than slave estate. So we are going to build our port over here. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Plus this can actually have a farming settlement, or a slave estate as well. Okay, that's all cleared up. And we've got all of Hibernia. Look at that. This war was much, much cleaner than the first war, but we've now got ourselves entirely Albion. Let me say that again, except speaking better there. We now entirely have Albion to ourselves. Of course, we aren't fully prepared to click the button. Not that button. Click the button, because we don't actually control all of Caledonia. But we are on the way there. We have, let's see, 1, No, wait, hold on, I'm here already. Okay, we already have that. We have 1, 2, and then all of these. So like 15 or so colonies to set up, and then we'll be good to go on that. Good stuff. All right, you are almost there. If I had any other... See, this is one other good thing about legions. You can just have legions do the road building without needing the whole levy raised. That's fine. War exhaustion is finally under control. Levy Britannia being raised is causing some more exhaustion, though. So I think what I might do is finish building to there, and then build from there to Connetio, and then to Ulconum, so that I have an Ulconum-Lindenium connection. Then I'll lower my levy. That's probably the way I'll do it. How's Wisenius holding up, by the way? He's still ailing. That's not great. He is seeking treatment, though, so that is hopefully helping out. Now that we're at peace, if Wisenius were to die right now, it'd be a bit less of a disaster. Carthage wants furs. Yep. That is fine. And you want base metals. And you also want base metals. Or you want wood. I'll trade with both of you. Yep. Also, we're going to go ahead and decrease pay. There we go. Extra happiness. Tribal proposition. Our tribal neighbor, Suessonia, has started investing a lot of their treasury into opening up the borders between our two nations. This is in Belgae. This is these guys here, who I'm going to be fighting sort of soon. Hopefully this will prove beneficial for us as well, though their tribesmen are somewhat more unruly than we are used to. We should keep Suessonia in mind, as they can prove good friends in the future as well. Surely only good things can come from this. Oh, okay. Got some money. That's going to really make a big difference. And we got a tribal influx in this one location. So, nice. Love that. Very cute. Alright, yeah, this war exhaustion is really quite painful. I'm going to be at peace for a while after this. Even though I never got around to cleaning this up. Yeah, I need to get my... I don't want disloyal promises for this long. This is a... Especially these guys are on harsh treatment, and it's only at holding still. This will probably be a... Well, they are disloyal now, though, to be fair. This is Manawia that we're talking about. Alright, alright, alright. I should have gone to harsh treatment. Oh, whatever. That's fine. Alright, that's done. Head up here. We're so fast. Alright. Build the road to Connetio. And then from Connetio we'll build to Ulconum, and then that's that. How's our loyalty looking down here? Looking okay. That's good. Yeah, this is one big advantage of having legions, is you can just do this. If I had any other levy that was large enough to have 10 units, I'd do it with them. Does this count as 10 units? Let's find out. Raise the levy in Caledonia in a really good spot, like over here. Actually, I could raise them in Manawia. Yeah, let's do it like that. Ooh, okay. We can use the Caledonian levy. Alright, Britannic levy, you've done your job. I'll wait for him to reach this location, just so he finishes the road that he's building right this second. There we go. Go ahead and stop. Now the Protonic levy can be disbanded, finally, after a very long time up and about. Alright. Down they go. And now the Caledonian levy will take over the job. Embark. Down we go. So the Caledonian levy is now, with all this extra territory, is now large enough to take on this job. Let's actually head over to Ulconum and actually continue the road from Ulconum, or start the road in Ulconum and have it meet up like this. Alright, there we go. Now I have a new thing to like do micro with during peacetime. This is fun. This is just what I wanted. These guys want wood. Or they want woad. It's kind of a funny misreading. That's fine. Down we go. Stonehenge attracts travelers. We've seen this event before. Ooh, get stability. Connetio gets bad population happiness. That's probably fine. Yeah, should probably be okay. I don't want the money that much. Gain 500 manpower. This is kind of tempting, but this is a really bad trade because it's a lot of tyranny to lose, so I'm just going to go for the stability one. That's great. Phenomenal. Okay. This is finally kind of getting under control now. Good stuff. Treatment successful. Okay. Excellent. That's really good. Icenia is finally kind of looking a little older. He actually, I think, looked quite young for a while, but now he's looking like a man in his middle age, which is fair. He lost inflammation, but he is still ailing, so that's not great. But it is better than it used to be. I'm also going to go ahead and put on influence in this game. I keep forgetting to do this in the background, but this makes a very big difference to political influence. So let's not forget about that. Scandalous Dominus. Calatus are... this should really say the Calatus family are well known throughout the upper circles of Londinium. No one was quite prepared for the appalling slew of allegations leveled at him. Okay, this sentence needs a second read-through. Paradox. Give this one a second draft, please. Oh, okay, I just had scrolled down. Okay, I think I need a second draft as a person. While the occasionally rakish and louche tendencies of Mandubrachius Calatus are well known throughout the upper circles of Londinium, no one was quite prepared for the appalling slew of allegations leveled at him of late. There are growing rumors of terrible indecencies perpetrated on slaves at debauched gatherings honoring the god of wine, where Mandubrachius and his lewd entourage exhibit and debase their latest acquisitions from the Emporia of Pontes. Mandubrachius denies everything in the most stringent terms, claiming the tales to be lies engineered by his political opponents. The gossip is backed by several witnesses who claim to have been besmirched by Mandubrachius personally. Slaves and virtuous citizens across Cantiaci are demanding government sanctions, justice to deter these excesses, and we can no longer ignore the situation. So this guy is the head of the Calatii family, so that's a little awkward. How are the Calatii feeling right now? It seems okay. My Manawia admiral is a Calatii. Aside from that, though, Governor of Aquitania is a Calatii, and the Governor of Belgica is a Calatii. Ooh, 10 political influence, though. That looks kind of nice. I would like to do this one fully and fairly. I think that's usually the best outcome. 10 loyalty from my governor. This one would be okay. This one I have to sweeten things. Oh, I need to do it afterwards, though. Are you... Oh, you're righteous, though. Oh, that's bad. For this one moment, this one purpose. Okay, give him free hands. That's fine, though. I'll give this guy free hands. It is unfortunate, though. Although him being righteous is good in that regard. And I am doing the monthly wage thing. Okay, so we have ourselves a strategy here. I will go for this. I do want to get the political influence. Although that being said, is 10 loyalty from all the members really worth just a couple months of political influence? Possibly not. Okay, well, we'll go for, well, it's going to complicate things to have a disloyal governor. So let's go ahead and go for token inquiry. All right, that settles that. Pop these guys off. And then this Classes 3 has really put in the work in the last couple years. Get some deserved rest. Finally. Port is done. Good stuff. All right, back you go to your home base. And now, let's go ahead and build a road from here to Connectio. It's going to go like this, and then we'll connect. Actually, we'll have them build like this, technically. And yeah, that will be good. All right. Trial developments. While the investigation into Mandubrachius Calatius was mainly intended as a symbolic gesture to ease tensions, it is clear after some preliminary groundwork by jurists that the accused is essentially guilty beyond all doubt. It is a minor miracle that this did not come to light sooner. The unspeakable goings-on at the Calatus Villa scarcely bear thinking about. It is, however, very hard to ignore just how much situations like these lend themselves to these less scrupulous and willing to earn the debt and gratitude of those colleagues in need. Okay, this guy would lose popularity. His popularity is really low, though, the accused. The family loses prestige, that's fine. Icenia gains popularity, that's pretty good. or get loyalty from this guy, which I don't think is worth it, so let's go ahead, because his loyalty is fine. See how this goes. We'll let justice play out as it must. Anyways, legal chicanery. Again? Aren't you literally on trial? Oh my gosh, really? Well, free stability for me. Maybe that was his plan. He's trying to bribe me, and I'm his judge. Okay. Very strange. This is probably a good stopping point. 1st of January, 560. That is, I guess technically the 1st of October is actually the better stopping point, because that is the day of the omen, and also it's the anniversary. It's the 160-year anniversary. Scandal draws to close. The investigation into the accusations against Mandubrachius Calatus can finally be brought to a close, and has established his innocence in the matter to the satisfaction of the court. The many concerned parties and witnesses have largely been dismissed as disreputable slanderers seeking to undermine the reputation of an important member of society for their own nefarious aims. While there may be some backlash over the seriousness with which the trial is conducted, we have at least staved off a major crisis among the slaves to protect our interest. Okay, so we lose popularity with Icenius. That guy loses even more popularity. He does get loyalty. The Calatii lose prestige. Critically, the Calatii don't, as a group, lose loyalty, which is what I really care about. We get some money, and we get national slave happiness for the whole country for 10 years. Well, it's not like the slaves are ever going to be that happy. They are slaves, so. Although now we have this. No, we don't have this. Yes, we do have this. Wait. Tarnished honor? What? I did not pick that option. You have been misinformed. That is really, really stupid. Why is the honor tarnished? Wait, it's just for that guy, though. Wait, hold on. When did I tarnish your honor? I don't understand. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Boss Friends Civil War ends. What's going on with the Boss Friends, by the way? Oh man, they're really not doing too great. They barely have a presence in the Bosphorus at this point. Jeez. Yeah, this is really cursed. What? How? What? I don't want to look at that anymore. Take me away from that scene, please. Anyways, very strange. We'll keep going until the 1st of October, I think. Then it's time for more coffee for me. Alright, war exhaustion. We'll wait till war exhaustion is more like 0 before we do our next war. Probably against Icenia. Because now this is all cleared up. And our missions are going to just require... that's going to be really hard to get to. But then this one's going to be really easy to do. And then this one, we just need these two. Then we'll get that. Yeah, we have a lot of options here. We're never going to have 3 cities in Woedinia anytime soon, so this is really not likely. So should be fine. Alright, this is now going back down at a reasonable amount of time. Good stuff. I'm really glad that my Caledonian levy could basically be a de facto legion. That's nice. This all looks fine. Yeah, this seems like it'd be really good, but it really wouldn't make much difference. I guess to be fair, it would add up over time to do this. It's just like a gold or so, and this is a bit more dangerous, but I'm not really under threat from anybody. I'm declaring all my own wars. I don't know if I've been declared on in this entire series, so I think it should probably be okay to do it like that. I'll just turn it back on before any given war, and we should be in the clear. All right, now you're done. Head back to... Ooh. Yeah, see, this is what happens. It draws it in weird ways. All right, whatever. What we're going to do now is... Do I need a connection from Connetio to Benewentia? Because I'll have a connection from Benewentia to Londinium. I think... Let me think about this for a minute. Because, like, let me show you what the road's doing here. Oh, does it say it at any one spot? It might not. Oh shoot! It's spread across all these different modifiers. Oh, I can't show you super easily. I don't think. Yeah. Is it over here? No. They should be here. Whatever. Um, let's go to Londinium and just see from Londinium if we want to go to Banawinta what it looks like. Oh yeah, we were going on the road. Meanwhile, I'm also going to start building my 6th navy, I think. I want to keep pace with Rome. Rome is already at 182. We could get up to 180, so we do not want to lose this kind of Cold War, naval Cold War that I'm just imagining that Rome is probably not even thinking about. This is a size of navy we definitely don't need, to be honest, but we're going to go for it anyways. We'll start building. Let's go ahead and start by building a hexere in Londinium, as usual, and then we'll build to that hexere once it's built. All right. We are still going to the 1st of September. 1st of October, I mean. Not September. Oh, it's so fast. All right, so we want to go from here to there. It is faster to not go through Pontes. Interesting. Even though there is a road in Pontes. I bet that if we were here and built a road to here, it would be faster to go like this. But that being said, we are going all the way to Pontes, then all the way up here, and it is a marsh, so it might make sense to build a road from Londinium to where you Lamium. It honestly might make sense to do that. I guess I need to remember roads don't cost anything in like maintenance. So I don't need to have limited roads. It just takes more time and like an initial down payment to build them. And I am spending a lot of money on roads, by the way. It's 50 per tile, or per like tile connection. So this is one reason, by the way, I've saved up all my money is for the road building. I think I will do it like that. And then also build a connection from Pontes to where you Lamium. Yeah. Let's build a road from Londinium to Banawinta. And then build one like that. Yeah. Alright. Good stuff. It just looks so much nicer to have roads in my land. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's going to be really hard, by the way, to get slaves over here to fill these mines, but someday we'll have that situation. It'll be marvelous. Looking good so far. We're about to spend a whole bunch of... I guess I should say that, but navies aren't that expensive to build, honestly. With my income, I can definitely afford it. Yeah. This looks okay. Diwiacius Urcus died of natural causes. Head of the Urkii family. He was a rival to the king. That's kind of good then that he died. Who's the new head of the Urkiis? Carteritas Urcus. This guy's not in the government. He's just some guy. He's also arrogant. His loyalty's okay, though. Alright, that's fine. I mean, rest in peace and all that, but could have been worse. We got our ship done. Split them away. I don't know which one's the new one. We'll scrap one. The Mediolanum. You are now a separate ship. Specifically, you are now... Oh my gosh. Classis 6. Where are they going to go? Good question. You are now Classis 6 Namnetum. Yeah, you heard that. Namnetum. Because Classis 5 is going to be relocated from the frontier. You're now going to go live in Esta, as I talked about before, a couple episodes ago. All right, Classis 5 Esta, head to your new home. I'll also probably eventually build, I'll try and build level 3 ports in these major port cities. Having Namnetum, Esta, and Lugudurum be my kind of main, sort of mainland ports, I think makes the most sense to me. Or it makes a lot of sense to me, I should really say. Okay. We also need to build a capital over, or a city in Ghana at some point. All right, Classis 6 Namnetum, head on down, and build to yourself. What am I looking for? Build the navy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did it get split evenly? It looks like it did. Good stuff. All right, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, that should be fine. Fingers crossed about that. All right, that was a very nerve-wracking moment there. All right, so let's go ahead, and we're just going to stick with Rosemerta. I don't think there's any reason to ever not be on Rosemerta. If I'm ever in a place where I have maxed out manpower reserves, I've been playing wrong. Like, unless I have, like, 100 or whatever the max of, I have 20 war exhaustion or something, I should never have maximum manpower because I'm just not doing enough wars, which is, that's the truth. So Rosemerta it is. Good stuff. And with that, we also are almost here with this guy. We'll get to that next episode. That's going to be it for this episode. Look at our glorious, almost fully unified home islands. Gotta love that. We finally are the only nation living in Albion whatsoever. And our presence on the mainland is getting consolidated. Pretty soon we'll have one of our levies go down and start building roads over here as well. Maybe also in Hibernia. Although I may wait till I own more of this land. I don't think I can build roads in the uncolonized land. And it'd be awkward to not do that. So, whatever the case, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you're enjoying. Hopefully next episode I will have my computer fixed, but possibly not, because I am just really enjoying the series right now. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.